Flaming hello everybody and welcome back to a new sketchbook session. Today I'm going to work in an A5 mixed media sketchbook. Truth be told, it is not always comfortable to film the entire pencil sketching process, but without it the process feels sorta incomplete. Today I'm using one of my favorite sketching approaches, some sort of whimsical composition filled with various objects, both realistic and surrealistic, large, medium, small, etc. I'm sketching with a red pencil using pretty thick lines. I think the red pencil adds some sort of playful touch. I want some lines to remain visible after covering them with gouache paint, that's why thick lines are okay for me, and I also want you to clearly see the sketch in the video. That's the second reason why I do it this way. These bold lines can become a part of the final sketch, I don't know, adding a unique layer of depth and texture. I start with a larger object which takes up more space, logically, and I believe it is easier to start with a larger object and to add others around it, trying to build some sort of balanced composition. I also try to keep in balance the sizes of the objects in my sketch, ensuring enough small and detailed ones are included, because they add some extra charm. Of course, I'm not concerned about realistic size ratios. The stranger they look next to each other, the better for me. This playful approach lets me break free from any rules, and it helps me to create some sort of creative world where everything is possible. Today I'm working with a combination of gouache and tempera, and the reason why I decided to combine them is pretty simple. I ran out of white gouache and I had to replace it with something else, and I chose tempera. And truth be told, it wasn't the perfect solution because these two textures for some reason didn't blend well together, and it was pretty hard to capture this on camera, and probably you can't notice it, but I promise you it was a bit of struggle, and you just have to trust me, to trust my words. Sometimes this mixture resulted in a strange sandy texture instead of creamy one, making it less comfortable to work with. But since it is just a sketchbook spread, I wasn't too stressed about this. In my previous video, I talked a lot about dealing with doubt during the creative process. By the way, thank you so much for all your love on this video. And unlike working on a final piece, the sketchbook is a completely doubt-free space, I guess. A space for mistakes and experiments, and it is a place where I allow myself just to explore ideas without worrying about the outcome, and I always feel more relaxed when I work in my sketchbook compared to working on a final piece. For this spread, I decided to use a restricted color palette, and you probably can see it right now. And it is a great option if you don't want to think about color too much, so you don't have to overthink all your color choices. I used these colors and their variations in different proportions, trying to keep the balance between the tints within each object and within the composition in general. This video is sponsored by my Patreon. Here are some things you can find there. Color exploration posts for your inspiration, tutorials, my textured brush set for Procreate, long process videos, digital art prints, exclusive sketches, and more. I would be happy to see you in my tiny creative community. There's no pressure, of course. Thank you so much for your attention, and now let's get back to the video. I didn't worry too much about precision in my brush strokes and shapes, applying the paint in a pretty messy way. And sometimes this messiness even looks great and it adds some charm, extra charm to a sketch. My style in general is far from realism, of course, and in some ways that is my source of freedom. I create shapes based on what feels right, without second thoughts about, I don't know, lightning and shadows or some sort of realistic proportions. But I will not lie, sometimes this approach makes me feel a bit vulnerable and insecure. For example, these disgusting thoughts that if I can't paint a realistic portrait, I'm not a real artist, you know, these kind of thoughts. I believe it is easily to fall into this trap, but I constantly remind myself that art is about expression, uniqueness, exploration in the first place, and only secondly about your super high technical skills. I think this is one more interesting topic to discuss, and yeah, just please let me know in the comments what you think about this topic.
I look into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line. I guess we couldn't see, somehow we couldn't feel. Maybe we rose too fast, maybe we got too high. But I remember days I wonder we were always gonna last. Yeah. Will be no hard goodbyes, thank God we're civilized. Be on our separate ways as we fade into gray. But I still miss the way you used to feel. Maybe we rose too fast, maybe we got too high. Yeah. Surrender. I look into your eyes, I see we're out of time. Did what we could, my friend, but now we're at the end.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it can help my channel a lot. And special thanks to my wonderful patrons, your support means the world to me. Thank you so much. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.